What if I told you? The right haircut could give you back not just your confidence, but a piece of yourself you thought was lost forever. Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, where did I go? Not just the changes on your face or the way your hair sits, but something deeper. A light, a spark, a sense of you that feels like it's faded. If that sounds familiar, stay with me. Because this conversation isn't really about hair. It's about rediscovery. It's about seeing the woman in the mirror who still shines, who still has stories to tell, beauty to express, and joy to feel. And sometimes that rediscovery begins with one simple change: a haircut. 1. The hair we carry and what it says about us. Hair is never just hair. It holds memory. It holds identity. It holds every chapter of your life, from the young woman you once were to the strong woman you've become. That ponytail you wore in college, the layered cut from your first big job, the way you styled it when you were raising your kids. Your hair has witnessed it all. It has seen your laughter, your losses, your milestones, and your quiet moments. And it remembers. After 60, our hair doesn't just change in texture, it changes in meaning. It becomes a reflection not just of how we look, but of how we feel. It tells a story, and that story deserves to be heard. But here's the truth. So many women, especially as they grow older, begin to feel disconnected from their own reflection. The shine is gone. The style feels outdated. And little by little, that sense of confidence fades. It's not just about aging. It's about feeling like you've somehow disappeared into the background, but you haven't. And you don't have to accept a version of yourself that no longer feels true. You deserve to feel beautiful, not in spite of your age, but because of it. So let me ask you something. Have you ever held on to a hairstyle simply because it felt familiar? Not because it made you feel beautiful? If so, you're not alone, and you're not stuck. Because the right change, even something as simple as a new cut, can be the first step back to yourself. 2. The confidence cut. Why the right haircut changes everything. The right haircut does more than change how you look. It changes how you carry yourself. You've felt it before, haven't you? That feeling when you step out of the salon, catch your reflection, and do a double take. It's not just about looking good. It's about feeling seen, feeling like you again. A great haircut has the power to lift more than your face. It can lift your mood, your posture, even the way you speak. It gives you a quiet sense of pride, a reason to smile at your own reflection. And after 60, that feeling is more than welcome. It's needed. Because for many women, aging comes with subtle losses. The volume in your hair changes. The energy in your step may slow. The attention from others may quiet. But that doesn't mean your beauty is gone. It simply means it's time to redefine it on your terms. A confidence cut is not about hiding who you are. It's about revealing the strength and softness that have always been there. It's a cut that says, I've lived, I've learned, and I still show up. And when that haircut fits, when it frames your face just right, when it moves with your energy, you don't need makeup or perfect lighting. You glow from the inside out. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about owning the present. Because beauty at this stage of life isn't loud. It's calm. It's certain. It doesn't beg to be seen. But it can't be ignored. So if your hair feels dull, if your style feels tired, it might not be age catching up with you. It might just be time for something fresh, something that brings you back to life. And that change, that choice, is entirely in your hands. 3. 5 haircuts that light up your face and your life. You don't need dozens of options, just the right one. When it comes to choosing a haircut that truly brings your face to life, it's not about trends or age rules. It's about finding a style that feels like you, the you who's confident, present, and unapologetically radiant. Let's explore 5 haircuts that don't just flatter, they awaken. First, the soft bob. This classic cut falls right around the jawline, with subtle layers and gentle waves that bring softness and movement. It's elegant but never stiff. It frames the eyes beautifully and works especially well if you wear glasses. It's polished without looking like you're trying too hard, and that's the charm. Then there's the textured pixie. Don't let the word pixie scare you. This isn't the rigid, severe crop from decades ago. Today's textured pixie is soft, feminine, and easy to style. It's cropped close around the ears and neck, but leaves a bit of length on top for waves or volume. It gives off energy, confidence, and a little bit of edge, perfect for women who are done playing small. Next, the long bob, also known as the lob. If you're not ready to go short, this is the perfect in-between. It usually grazes the shoulders or collarbone and works beautifully with loose waves. You can tuck it behind your ears, pin it back with a clip, or let it fall naturally. It's playful, sophisticated, and incredibly versatile. Another hidden gem is the curled-in crop. This cut is short, but styled so the ends gently curl inward toward your cheeks or chin. It creates a soft, romantic frame for the face. Think modern-day Audrey Hepburn. It's especially flattering for women with sharper features or those looking to add warmth to their expression. Finally, the layered wave cut. If your hair feels heavy or flat, this one changes everything. By adding face-framing layers and encouraging natural movement, this cut brings your waves to life. It catches light, adds texture, and feels light and free. It's full of energy without needing hours of styling. Each of these styles is beautiful. But more importantly, each one is a tool, a way to express who you are now. You're not copying anyone. You're choosing a look that lets your light shine. And when that happens, you don't just look different. You feel it every time you pass by a mirror. 4. What style suits your face, and why it matters less than you think. Choosing the right haircut isn't just about the style itself. It's about how it works with your unique features. And one of the most helpful ways to decide is by understanding your face shape. Not to follow strict rules, but to highlight what makes you naturally beautiful. If you have a round face, your cheeks are often the widest part, and your chin is soft and curved. The goal here is to add a bit of length and movement. A soft bob that falls just below the chin, with gentle waves that begin lower near the neck, can elongate your face in the most flattering way. Avoid too much volume on the sides. Let the shape do the work. If your face is oval, congratulations. This shape is the most versatile. You can wear almost any cut with ease. Try a pixie for something bold, a lob for something classic, or a soft bob with waves for something in between. Side-swept waves add a little drama without overwhelming your natural symmetry. For square faces, where the jawline is strong and structured, you'll want a cut that softens your angles while still embracing your strength. Loose, tousled waves that fall across the cheekbones are a great choice. Avoid harsh, blunt cuts. Instead, think layers, soft, flowing, and light. If your face is heart-shaped, you'll likely have a wider forehead and a narrower chin. Balance is key here. Styles that create volume around the jawline work wonders. A wavy lob or a cropped style that flips out slightly at the ends can add the perfect sense of proportion. And if your face is long or narrow, the goal is to create width, not height. Stay away from too much volume on top. Instead, add side-swept bangs or work with horizontal waves that draw attention toward the center of your face. But here's the truth. These guidelines are just that, guidelines. The most important thing is how the haircut makes you feel. Because when you feel strong, beautiful, and confident, that's what others see first. Not your face shape, not your hair type, just you, exactly as you are. 5. How to work with your hair texture. Not against it. Every woman's hair has its own personality. Some strands are thick and bold, others are soft and fine, some wave naturally, others fall pin straight. The secret isn't to fight what you've got. It's to work with it, to listen to your hair, not wrestle with it every morning. If your hair is fine or thinning, soft waves can be a game changer. But the key is to keep them loose and gentle. Tight curls can overwhelm fine strands and make your hair appear even smaller. Instead, go for big, airy waves using a wide barrel curling iron or even heatless rollers. These create movement and fullness without adding weight. And ask your stylist for light, subtle layers, nothing choppy or harsh, just enough to give your waves room to breathe and bounce. If your hair is thick and heavy, you've got something powerful, but it still needs balance. Waves can look amazing on thick hair, but without structure. They can puff out or feel bulky. The solution is internal layering. That means your stylist removes weight from within the hair, not just at the ends. It gives your waves flow and control, and keeps your shape looking intentional, not overwhelming. For naturally wavy hair, you're already halfway there. The trick is not to fight the pattern, but to shape it. Try a long pixie or a chin-length bob that lets your waves fall into place naturally. Use a curl cream or lightweight mousse. Scrunch it in while damp, then let the air, not heat, do the styling. The result? Effortless, beautiful texture that feels like you on your best day. And if your hair is naturally straight, don't worry. Waves are still within reach. You can use a flat iron to create soft bends, or simply braid damp hair before bed and let it loose in the morning for that lived-in texture. The idea isn't to transform your hair into something it's not, but to give it a little movement, a little shape, and a little life. Because at the end of the day, your hair doesn't have to be perfect. It has to feel alive. It has to feel like yours. And that begins by working with what you've been given, not trying to fix what was never broken. 6. The color that brings it all to life. A great haircut brings shape and structure. But color, that brings light. It brings warmth, energy, and life back to your reflection. After 60, coloring your hair is no longer about hiding gray. It's about enhancing what's already beautiful. It's about finding the shade that makes your eyes stand out, your skin glow, and your smile look a little brighter. One timeless choice is soft brown with caramel highlights. It's subtle, natural, and perfect for adding depth and movement. The highlights catch the wave of your hair and give it a soft shimmer. It's especially flattering for warm skin tones and works beautifully with layered cuts and soft bobs. If you're embracing your natural gray, first of all, bravo. Gray is not something to cover. It's something to celebrate. And there are ways to make it even more stunning. Ask your stylist to add lowlights, deeper shades of gray or cool ash tones, to create dimension and shadow. It gives silver hair shape and elegance without losing that natural sophistication. Another gorgeous option is warm honey blonde. Not too light, not too bright, just a soft, sun-kissed tone that reflects light in the best way. It's gentle on aging skin and works especially well with soft waves or textured lobs. It's youthful without trying to look young. If you prefer something richer, try auburn or cinnamon brown. These colors add warmth and contrast, especially if you have green or hazel eyes. Paired with soft curls or waves, it gives off a sense of quiet confidence and timeless beauty. What to avoid? Anything harsh or extreme. Jet black, over-bleached platinum, or bold streaks may have worked in the past, but now they tend to exaggerate lines and shadows. At this stage in life, your hair color should soften and illuminate your features, not compete with them. Color isn't about making you look like someone else. It's about bringing out more of you. So talk to your stylist. Play with tone, with highlights, with depth. Find the shade that doesn't just match your skin, but matches your energy, your grace, your spirit. Because you haven't lost your glow. Maybe it just needs the right light to shine again. 7. Making it look effortless. Styling at home without the stress. Let's talk about real life. You don't have hours every morning to style your hair. And the good news is, you don't need them. When your haircut is done right and your texture is embraced instead of controlled, your daily routine can be simple, fast, and beautiful. Start with this. The right cut does most of the work for you. When your stylist understands your hair's natural movement and gives it shape that suits your face, you won't be waking up to chaos. You'll be waking up to hair that practically styles itself. Now, let's talk products, but only the essentials. A lightweight mousse or a wave-enhancing cream can make all the difference. Apply it to damp hair, then gently scrunch from the ends upward. You can let it air dry for a soft, natural texture. Or, if you want more volume, use a diffuser on low heat to boost your waves without frizz. Want a little extra shape? Use a wide-barrel curling wand to wrap a few random sections. Just enough to add movement. The trick is not to curl every strand. A mix of natural and styled texture creates that effortless, lived-in look that feels relaxed, not overdone. Need volume at the roots? Flip your head upside down while drying, or use a root-lifting spray right at the crown. Even short hair can fall flat without a little help at the base. When it comes to hold, skip the old-fashioned hairspray that leaves your hair stiff or sticky. Instead, use a flexible hold spray or dry texturizing mist. These give your waves memory and shape while keeping the natural bounce intact. And here's something worth remembering. With short wavy hair, imperfection is the goal. You don't want every strand in place. You want movement, softness, life. You want it to look like you on your best day, without the effort. So simplify your routine. Use the tools and products that support your hair, not fight it. And most of all, give yourself permission to feel beautiful without overthinking it. Because effortless beauty isn't about luck. It's about letting go of the pressure and trusting that what you already have is enough. 8. Keep the glow going. How to care for your cut and keep it fresh. A great haircut can transform the way you feel. But keeping that feeling alive? That's where real confidence builds. Because beauty isn't just about the moment you leave the salon. It's about how you care for yourself, week after week. Start with regular trims. Even short hairstyles need consistency. Aim for a visit every 5 to 7 weeks. This keeps your shape defined, your ends healthy, and your waves light and lifted. You don't need to start over each time, just a refresh. A gentle check-in with your stylist to keep everything working in harmony. Next, nourish your hair like it matters, because it does. Especially with age and especially with waves, moisture is key. Use a deep conditioner once a week. Apply it from mid-length to ends. Let it sit for 10 minutes and make it a ritual. Light a candle. Close your eyes. Let it be a moment just for you. Be gentle with your shampoo. Avoid formulas with sulfates or harsh chemicals that strip the hair and scalp. Instead, choose something moisturizing and designed for aging or color-treated hair. Healthy hair starts at the root, and that means your scalp deserves care too. Try a light scalp massage once or twice a week using natural oils like rosemary or peppermint. It feels amazing, boosts circulation, and encourages stronger growth. And don't forget your sleep routine. A simple silk pillowcase can help reduce friction overnight, keeping your waves intact and minimizing frizz in the morning. It's one of those small changes that makes a big difference. Before using any heat tools, whether it's a diffuser, wand, or even a blow dryer, always use a thermal protectant. It adds a layer of safety, preserving your hair's softness and shine over time. The truth is, caring for your haircut isn't about adding more to your plate. It's about being intentional, choosing a few smart habits, a few moments of calm, and giving your hair and yourself the love you deserve, because your fresh start didn't end when you walked out of the salon. It continues every day you show up for yourself. 9. Forget the old rules. Reinvention starts now. Somewhere along the way, the world started sending messages to women over 60. Be quiet, be modest, don't stand out, keep it simple. Cut your hair short because it's easier. Go gray because it's natural. Avoid bold styles because they're not age-appropriate. But here's the truth. Most of those rules were never made with you in mind. They were made to make you disappear, quietly, politely, as if aging meant giving up your space in the world. That way of thinking is outdated, and frankly, it's wrong. You are not here to fade. You are here to re-emerge. There is something deeply powerful about making a change, not because you feel pressure, but because you finally feel free. Free from expectations, free from judgment, free to show up as fully, beautifully, and unapologetically you. Reinvention. After 60 doesn't mean becoming someone new. It means reconnecting with someone you may have lost along the way. The version of you who laughed loudly, dressed boldly, and felt radiant in her own skin. And sometimes, the very first step toward that reconnection is a new haircut. Not because you're trying to look younger, but because you're ready to feel alive. This isn't about impressing anyone else. It's about looking in the mirror and thinking, yes, that's me. That's who I am. So go ahead. Let go of the old rules. Let go of the shoulds. This chapter of your life is yours to write, and it can be as vibrant, stylish, and free as you want it to be. 10. Real women, real transformations, stories that inspire. Behind every haircut is a story, not just of change, but of becoming. Sometimes, all it takes is a moment of courage in a salon chair to begin again. Ellen was 63 when she cut her hair for the first time in decades. Her long, straight hair had been with her through marriage, motherhood, and a painful divorce. "It was my armor," she said. "It kept me hidden." One afternoon, she walked into a new salon and told the stylist, "I want to feel like myself again." She left with a soft bob and gentle waves that framed her face, and something unexpected, a light in her eyes that had been gone for years. Joyce was 71 when she made her change. She had been dyeing her hair for so long that she couldn't even remember what her natural color looked like. "I was tired of pretending," she said. So she stopped coloring, embraced her silver, and chose a textured pixie that highlighted her beautiful cheekbones and her quiet strength. "I thought I'd feel old," she admitted, "but I felt free and seen, really seen for the first time in years." Then there's Marlene, a survivor. After chemotherapy, her hair grew back different, soft, curly, unfamiliar. She could have tried to straighten it, to force it into the shape it once was, but she didn't. Instead, she worked with a stylist to create a layered, wavy cut that honored her new texture. "This is my warrior crown," she said, running her fingers through her curls. "It reminds me of everything I've lived through and everything I still have to live for." These aren't just hairstyle stories. They are stories of permission. Permission to let go of what no longer serves you, to embrace who you are now, to be visible, vibrant, and proud. Because sometimes the right haircut isn't about looking different. It's about finally seeing the truth of who you are and choosing to honor her every single day. At the heart of everything we've shared today, from cuts and colors to texture and stories, one simple truth remains. This journey was never just about hair. It has always been about you. Because hair is personal. It holds emotion. It can reflect where you've been, but also where you're going. And sometimes, changing your hair is the first step in remembering your worth. You are not someone who needs fixing. You are someone who deserves recognition. The right haircut isn't about trying to look younger. It's about feeling like yourself, maybe for the first time in a long time. So if you've been thinking about a change, a new cut, a fresh style, or just reclaiming that spark, this is your moment. You don't need permission. You don't need approval. What you need is to trust yourself. Let your reflection remind you every single day that the best version of you isn't in the past. She's here, right now, wiser, stronger, softer, and bolder.